This week in football presented by Geico, time for a little four downs. We will give you four topics around week 8, and each of our panelists will answer those topics briefly, but so efficiently with their time. So, guys, first things first, we'll start with you, Gary. How many wins will it take to capture the NFC East?
Well, I'm going to say 8. Cowboys got through the first half of the season at 4-4, and someone's going to get to 8. I can't see 7 and 9 winning, and I'm not really sure anybody's good enough to get to 9 and 7. So I'll stick with 8.
I still think one of these teams is going to go on a run and do something that allows them to get to 9 wins. Plus, if you want to win the division, I said this earlier, you better get to 9 wins because the Cowboys are 8-8 every year for eternity. So you got to get to 9 wins. I don't know who it is right now. So maybe it is 8 wins. I don't know.
It actually is crazy with the Cowboys. You look at their record since basically 2000, and they're 500 exactly over that period of time. Howard, how many wins gets this division crown?
It might be 9, like Gary's saying. I think that the Cowboys at the 8-8. It's true what Ross is saying. They get 8-8 every year. But this year, in a strange circumstance, the Giants will play the Cowboys a little earlier than the end of the year. So once the Giants have played the Cowboys, win or loss, that'll kind of be that moment in the NFC East.
So you think 9 will end up launching in one way or another?
Yeah,
all right. So we have 1 8-8. We have 2 9-7s. I think 9 and 7 probably does it as well. How about the Panthers? They've won 3 straight. They are 4-3 now. Ross, are you buying or selling the Panthers as a real playoff contender?
Oh, I'm buying them as a contender for sure. I mean, their front 7 on defense is absolutely beastly. They've got those defensive ends, and Luke Kuechly might be now the best middle linebacker in football, although there's some debate about that. But the biggest difference in this team is Cam Newton. He's not turning the football over. They're doing more designed runs for him, which is helping the team run the ball better. As long as he doesn't turn it over with that defense, he'll make enough plays with his legs that they can win any game.
Howard, buying them?
I'm actually buying them also. I think the injury to Jay Cutler kind of catapults the Panthers into that spot. I think, Chicago being out now, Jay Cutler will be back after 4 or 5 games. That gives the Panthers a chance not only to catch up but get a lead. Once they get a lead with that defense and Cam Newton not making mistakes, that could be, playoff material.
I like that you turned the season into a game metaphor. Once the Panthers get a lead in the race with that defense, they won't lose it. I like that. Gary, you have said in the past, a few weeks ago, that you thought the Panthers were the team under 500 who could end up making the playoffs. So go ahead, pat yourself on the back and buy them.
Well, first I want to know, if we replayed Howard's clip about Michael Vick,
I was precise, though.
Where?
Well, the Panther story could change over the next couple of weeks.
But everybody here is jumping on the bandwagon, and
we're giving you your moment right now. Take advantage of it.
You only have 10 seconds left, by the way.
Well, obviously, I'm buying. The last 3 weeks, the 3 victories they put together, Cam Newton, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's completing 77% of his passes. I don't think he's going to keep up that pace, but he seems to be a player that's really maturing right now.
Oh, there was the whistle.
Nice.
Oh, it had to come in.
He can't win today. He can't win today.
That's right, and he's had a nice little streak going for a while here. The Bengals are a team coming off their largest margin of victory in forever, their 40-point win against the Jets this weekend. They've beaten a lot of teams over 500. Howard, this Bengals team, are they finally, under Marvin Lewis, going to win a playoff game? They've gone to the playoffs under him, but they haven't won a playoff game since 1990.
Wow. This is going to be an Andy Dalton question, not more of a Marvin Lewis question. I think if Andy Dalton can find a way to hit all these receivers, all these backs, all these players he has on offense, it seems like he has enough players there to make enough plays to keep him in. I think the defense is playing excellent. I think they got a pretty good return game. But if Andy Dalton can find a way not to throw those high passes and all that stuff, he'll give Marvin Lewis that win.
Ross, the Bengals will win a playoff game because?
Well, because this is the best team they've had in years. Andy Dalton has just finished his best 3-game stretch ever. They're one of the best 5 or 6 teams in football. So you bet I'm going to say that they're going to win a playoff game this year.
I think they'll win a playoff game because I think Marvin Lewis will coach better in the playoffs than he has in the past. He has not been a great postseason coach.
No, he has not. Let's go to 4th down here. Gary, we'll kick it off with you. The second best wide receiver in the NFL after Calvin Johnson is?
Well, I'm just going to put a little asterisk here because he's hurt, but I think Julio Jones is number 2 behind Calvin Johnson.
All right. Ross?
Everybody ready to go crazy?
Yeah.
Get ready to go crazy. Wes Welker is the second best wide receiver. First of all, I knew that was going to happen. First of all, he leads the NFL with 9 touchdown catches. He's the best third down wide receiver of all time. And keep this in mind. He's got 50 catches, 9 touchdowns. Peyton Manning is spreading the ball around everybody. Demaryius Thomas, Eric Decker. It's not like when he was in New England and Brady was just feeding him all the time. Wes, welcome.
Do you really believe that?
100%.
Yeah?
Yes.
Really?
I think third downs
Is he
are
the
critical.
best receiver on his team?
Yes.
Really?
Correct.
All right. Fair enough. I mean, Tom Brady has looked lost without him. I'll give you that.
Correct.
This year he has. All right. Howard?
Touchdowns are kind of important. I don't know if you just.
Yeah, Peyton also.
Touchdowns are kind of a big
Just
deal.
stop talking. Stop talking.
He keeps asking
You're not
us.
listening to him question. Throwing a flag on this guy over here. And listen, the second best receiver is Dez Bryant by a long shot. They don't target him enough. They don't give him enough opportunities. He's great. He's a little bit better than Larry Fitzgerald because he's a little bit younger. He's a little bit better than Andre Johnson.
He also has a quarterback, unlike Larry Fitzgerald.
True, but I think that he could be the guy if given enough opportunities. Target him in the fourth quarter. Give him a chance to go in the end zone. I think the kid's a good player.
Let me throw one name out here, and it's going to be a little bit of a twist here. He's a tight end. He's not a receiver. But Jimmy Graham, could Jimmy Graham actually be the second best just receiver if we're including tight ends? What do you guys think? Would you agree with that? Yeah.
Well, if he gets 2 touchdowns in like 4 plays, yeah, that's a pretty good
all
ratio.
right, yeah, Jimmy, yeah, all right.
You changed the parameters on us when it was your turn.
No.
I did. I changed the parameters, and I just have it into me. This week's winner is Ross Tucker.
Yes!
For his valiant effort in saying Wes Welker,
Wes
the second
Welker,
best receiver.
please. Oh, my God.
Good job, Ross.